Hello everybody, it's Robert from R7 Farms. Well, we just came out of about 3 days of heavy rain. I don't have the total inch totals. Officially, I've heard 5 inches, some others. And so I thought we'd look at the garden for a minute. The garden seemed to really like the rain. You see, so did the weeds. Everything has come up really all of a sudden. But we're getting some blooms, and we're just at the beginning of May. So we're getting some blooms. The tomato plants are really doing well, though we haven't gotten any tomatoes yet. It looks like we're going to get some pretty soon. Some squashes and all kinds of stuff. Now, what I've done, and the wife and I, we took, like, this is where a rabbit hutch was. We have black clay that was farmed out really heavy back in the days. And so we've had a hard time, and what we've learned is our gardens do best if we'll plant them where the animals used to be kept. And that's where we get the best results, so that's what we do. We have a crawfish outbreak this year, just because of all the rain, I guess. And then we're gonna get in here and weed, and you can see the beans are really taking off. Some tomato plants. We actually threw some tomatoes out. Just threw them out to compost over the winter, and some of them grew back, which is pretty awesome. I think that's pretty neat. So I'm going to try something a little bit different for trellising. I've never done this before, and what we've got is some PVC netting, and I'm going to try not to drop that on the tomato plants. But this PVC netting is 4 feet, maybe 5 feet. It's really inexpensive, okay? You can't really use it for fencing because, as you can see, it's not very thick. It's not very thick at all. So it's not really good for protecting your livestock. I had bought it to try out as some roof netting for one of my chicken runs. And turns out we don't really even use roof netting. I just thought I'd try it. But it's been sitting around, and I'm all about using what you got. If it's handy, if you've got it, give it a shot and try to use it. Worst that'll happen is it won't work, but it's better than it just sitting there doing nothing. I mean, you paid for it, right? So repurpose. And most of you that homestead or anything like homestead know what that life is all about. So we're gonna go ahead and see what we can do with it and see how well it works. What do y'all think? You want to go along with me? You know, God has really been good to us. We've been really blessed in this YouTube adventure. You know, if y'all could, hey, it just takes a minute, and it really does. I never realized till I started doing videos just how much it means to like and subscribe. To hit that like button and that subscribe button, it only takes a second, and it really does mean a lot. If nothing else, it tells us, hey, people are watching, people really do like this kind of stuff, or they don't like it, or you've helped somebody out. Comments are awesome. I love comments. So if you would, take a second, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, share it, and we're going to really start working hard at trying to put out some more videos. So on this, I have these Velcro straps. They have these at Harbor Freight. They cost a couple bucks for a pack like this. Okay, this pack, like I said, maybe $5. These things are awesome. They work for everything. These are the larger size ones. You can see. But they work for so many things. You know, we all joke about baling wire and duct tape. I think we ought to add these Velcro straps to it. What do you think? So what I'm going to try to do is, over here we have a bundle of tomato plants that have kind of come up where they wanted to. So I'm going to split those down the middle very carefully with this netting. We're going to come and put it on this PVC pipes. Because you've got to remember something. You can spend a lot of money on cages, and if you do, I've bought cages. But at the end of the growing season, you're going to take these down. You're going to have to store them somewhere. You're going to have to figure out what to do with them, and so on, and so on, and so on. This, I can roll it up. I can pull it up, lay it over. I can take it down, disassemble it, whatever I decide to do. And it's a lot easier to store than those cages. And cages are, depending on what you buy and where you buy them, they can go all the way up to $10. So, and especially in these crazy times, we need to reuse what we've got. So, this is going to be kind of a tricky thing here, I know, in trying to get this to cooperate with me. If y'all have any ideas, let me know. Put them in the comments. If you've done this before, say, hey, I've done it before and it worked, or it didn't work, or whatever. Because that's how we grow as a community, is we share. Now this pole I intentionally leaned a little bit for tension purposes. The other one I didn't, because I wanted to see which one worked better. So we're gonna get this on here. Now I think what I might do is I have these little knives right here. If you can see that far away, these are less than $1. I can use them up, throw them away. I have a lot of pocket knives, but I just don't see carrying them that much anymore because I use these little things. I don't have to sharpen it, just break it off, because you never have a sharp pocket knife when you need one. Put a Velcro strap on this real quick. Try to hold this together. One thing about these Velcro straps, they like to stick to each other. They stick to each other also, these Velcro straps. So they can be kind of a pain sometimes. I need to get the bottom as well. These are the kind of things that hit the editing for. Because y'all don't want to sit here and watch me do all this. I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to sit here and watch me do all this either. tenderly. Move it between the plants. Remember, if you tear them all up, you tear up your plants, while you're trying to help them, you haven't really accomplished much, have you? Okay. Oops, that's a mistake there. Let's do this. And we'll pull this bottom tight. And I think what I'll end up doing, once I get all this set up and arranged, and I'm probably what I'm gonna do here is I'm fixing to cut it. I'm gonna cut it to where I can wrap it. Mostly cutting it so I don't have to fight with the whole thing. This PVC netting is really easy to work with when it comes to cutting it, and as you can see, I just cut it right down like that. As simple as that. Now we're gonna work on getting all this the way it's supposed to be. I'm starting to think this is going to work out just fine. It's going to be just fine. Put this in here. Now it's important that you get these tight. And by these, I mean these Velcro straps, so that your netting doesn't fall down on you. So, and we may have to come back and do something different with some wiring, something like that, but we'll give it a chance to fail. We'll give it a chance to fail or succeed. You know, God gives us that same thing. He gives us a chance to fail or succeed. It's entirely up to us. If we take his guidance, then we have a really good chance of success, like 100%, depending on how you measure success. What it all boils down to is, how do you measure success? I guess it just depends on what you're measuring. You know, worldly success, godly success are not the same thing. I think this is going to work out just fine. Need to trim this. But hey, I appreciate y'all coming along. What do y'all think? Y'all think this is going to work out? Let's take a look at it. So what we have is we have these leftover pieces of PVC pipe, these little Velcro straps from Harbor Freight holding this on there, and then this real thin, inexpensive PVC netting. I think I got this at Tractor Supply, but you can get it just about anywhere. And it's running here. I may need to tighten this up just a little bit. Yeah, we'll tighten that up. And we're just gonna tie the plants to this, because you got to remember, this is just to keep the plant from falling over. Give it something to kind of lean on. So the plants will actually start helping support each other on this. And you can see here, I kind of went between the plants. So we'll have to go to both sides of the netting. But this stuff is super inexpensive. And then, like I said, I kind of lean this because I can hang a weight off of this and kind of help tension it if I need to. So there it is. You can't really see the netting real well, but you can see the concept, and I can always go back and add more line posts if I need to, PVC pipes if I need to. And all in all, this has taken me less than 20 minutes to build. 20 minutes, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, like 16 of them done. Ooh, look at there. Look at there right there. We got us a pepper. We got us a pepper. Ain't that cool? What is that? Hot banana. I need to let Mama know. She'll be excited about that. So, hey, you know what? Again, I ask you, if you like, then subscribe it. If this helps you, if you have anything, any questions, any comments, any feedback, suggestions, hey, put them in the comments below. We answer every one of them. It's all about us helping each other. I don't know everything about this. Look at that. Got some blooms going right there. Hey, while we're out here, let's go check on the bed. What do you say? We'll go over here and check on the raised beds. But like I was saying, like and subscribe, comment. Let's work with each other. Let's help each other out. And by God's grace, we'll make it through this mess. Now see, these aren't doing nearly as well. And this is what's called garden soil. This is garden soil that I purchased. Get you out of there, you don't belong in there. And I I don't know why it's not doing as well, but I'm not very impressed as of right now. But we'll give it an opportunity. This one over here, you know, this is kind of weird. Let me tell y'all what's going on here. Okay, this raised bed over here, you see this is still lettuce from this winter. It's just now starting to wilt. We've been eating on this for a good while now. That's garlic, elephant garlic. Look at them tomato plants right there. Even got some tomatoes growing on. Look at there. Inside this bed is river sand. It's kind of overgrown now, but I buy my little girl a dump truck load of dirt to play in. It's river sand. It's inexpensive. I guess it's expensive is a relative term, but it's a lot cheaper than a swing set, I'll tell you. So for $130, give or take, she plays in the sand. She plays in it almost every day. Everything's muddy right now, but that's what's in that flower bed there. Now, this other flower bed has a gardening mix. It's got river sand in it underneath, up to about, oh, I don't know, 6 inches, and it's got about 5 or 6 inches of this gardening mulch. And I'll tell you what, I am much more impressed with the river sand. And then over here we've got where chicken coops and rabbit hutches were. So I'm starting to think maybe I don't need that gardening mulch. Maybe I just need to get back into the chicken tractor game and do that. So hey, once again, go out, make somebody's day. Share this, like it, hit the subscribe button. That'd be awesome. I'd really appreciate it. It's the next place I gotta stake up. And y'all go out and make somebody's day a little bit better. All right, God bless. Bye bye.